Hey guys, how's it going? My name is David, and welcome to episode 2 of Legacy Talks. Late night right now. I just got done with the back workout, and I felt some inspiration to talk about one of my favorite workout videos of Greg's. This one wasn't the one that I was planning on doing next, but I really want these talks to be face to face, so to speak, speaking from the heart, and not because I happen to schedule a particular video next. And so this one, um, well, before we get into that, I've got myself a new hat. This was one of Greg's favorites. He wore it in many videos, and he never spoke on what the significance of it was, but I'm going to go more into that once I cover the internal voice blog. But the hat says Los Angeles and New York, and if you watch that blog, you might put two and two together. But so the armed workout starts with Greg walking into the gym, and a big portion of the gym floor is roped off. It's got caution tape, it's got sorry for the inconvenience, and everything is torn up. It looks bad. And Greg loves his metaphors, and this is a really good one, but he talks about that with our lives too. Once people have you in a box, in the confines of where they think you're supposed to operate, if you start tearing everything down, making a big mess, all of a sudden people are going to ask, what are you doing, man? Like, what is going on? And they start to critique. And the worst thing that we can do is start to apologize for it. Be like, oh, I'm sorry, it'll just be like this for a little bit, okay? Like, no, like, things are not going to go back to normal. Normal's gone. It's going to be great. So whatever those people knew about us, they better forget it, and they better prepare for what's to come, because nothing's normal anymore. We're tearing things down in 2024. I did the same thing in 2023. I tore everything apart, and people who were there from the start, many of them were very supportive, but they dropped off sometime along the journey because things just got, what I did took everything. And in some ways, I don't blame them for moving on, because I was not very present in the way that they were used to. I had to really dig deep and give it my all. And right now, the reason I'm making this video is I feel a sense of wanting to cling on to this sense of stability that I've built, because but I know I need to tear things down again. What Greg says, where he talks about that saying, don't forget where you came from. He interprets that a different way. Don't forget where you came from when you were hungry, because there's still more to get. There's so much more I want for my life. And when I tear things down a second time, it's not going to look good. Maybe it's the same thing with when I first went to the gym. Had I never gone, people wouldn't have really paid attention to my physique. But when I went there, then you're putting yourself out there. You may not be big then, but eventually you will be, with enough work and consistency and dedication. I'm not going to put up any caution tape for my goals. And people might throw stones. They might say, why don't you have this yet? Why don't you have a house? Or why are you still living in an apartment? A lot of people have to do that. That's just an example. There's a lot of living arrangements that many of us have to do. Living with parents longer than we thought, or having many roommates. That's an example of a construction zone. You're not where you want to be. but it's a means to an end. And once you bring out all those tools and you start to build, things are going to change quickly, very fast. Greg talks about feeling drained after your workout. That sense of draining, think about the margins between where you are and where you want to be draining. I like to think of it as like an experience bar. I used to be a gamer. I used to play a lot of video games, and so I go back to metaphors about that. But when you really give it your all, that experience bar is spiking up, and you're almost to that next level. Gotta welcome people into that construction zone too. Put out the welcome mat. No caution tape. Welcome inside. Take a look. Make yourself comfortable. Oh, you don't like it? Get out then. Like, this is my life. This is our lives. And we gotta live it for ourselves. Construction zone. I'm really thinking about what I want to build this year. Mentally, physically, financially. 1 month's already passed. It flew by. Another part of this video, and this is part of why I wanted to do this video right now, is because just last week it was the 9th anniversary of Greg's passing, and I really think Greg had a sense that something might happen soon. And so in some ways in his videos he was preparing his followers, the people who looked up to him, to be able to continue on long after he's passed. And so in most of his videos he's answering our questions, he's giving us advice on his video blogs. He spent so much time trying to help us. But in this video there was some tough love. What he said was that one day you got to graduate class. One day you have to be the subject matter expert, the one that other people learn from. And I don't know about you, but I'm not quite there yet. I find myself coming back to Greg's videos very often, and I might always do that too. I don't know if I'll ever stop going back for advice, but it is important that because there's territories that we are going to have to chart that may not have a map. Greg showed us how to kill it in our 20s and 30s. Beyond that, though, that's on us. Not to say that Greg's lessons can't go on for your entire life, but we will have to graduate. He doesn't want us to rely on him for everything, and it was very wise of him. And it's easy to fall into a habit of always learning, but I want to start to view myself as an expert in the areas that I've really studied. I want to be able to start to help people. Now, just because you graduate class doesn't mean you stop learning. You're always learning. But I think the big thing is giving ourselves some credit that we have some useful information that we can impart on to others. It's not just us taking. Eventually we'll reach a point where it's time to give back. And that's a great feeling, being able to help people who may be in a similar situation as we were. So yeah, two main points so far. Tear everything apart. Don't rope it off either. Just have a big construction zone in your life and start to make some rapid changes. It doesn't even have to be fast. a lot of the things most valued take many years of hard, rigorous effort, day after day. Second point is to graduate class. A lot of, I think all of us watching this, all of us have something we can give back to others. We're not just a pupil. Now, third thing, I really love this quote. What's down here, the bicep, the physique, all of this, or even the monetary success, all of those exterior physical realm things is just the physical manifestation of the purity that's up here in your mind. So there's a bit of a delay. It's almost like a lag time. You might already be that ripped person with that great physique and amazing job, relationships. You might already be that person upstairs. And all you have to do is continue to be that person long enough, and the physical reality will catch up, and people around you will be like, whoa, how do you make all these these changes? They came out of nowhere. Well, no. We've been that guy for years now. It's just now that the physical reality is reflecting what's already been there. So when I think about that, that gives me some confidence. I can take pride in being that person. I don't need all of those things. I can be proud of who I am right now, as long as I know that I'm on the right path towards the journey that I want to go on. So it's powerful stuff, guys. There's so much in this video. I might even have to make a part 2 at some point. But hopefully the quality is okay. It's really late at night right now, but I really felt like I needed to make this video. So until next time, guys, peace.